Pro tip number 10. Tips and tricks on how to use your 5/8 punch and die set. Okay, so here are some of the tools we'll be using. Of course, our self-centering coin punch here. Have those for sale at jasonsworks.etsy.com. Of course, your coin. This is a Morgan silver dollar. Piece of paper towel. Here, your 5/8 punch, your 5/8 die, 1/2 inch wood dowel, approximately 2 to 3 inches in length. Your spacer for your coin that goes in the punch, and then of course a brass hammer and a rubber dead blow hammer. Okay, first things first, I want to place your spacer in your punch housing, and then your die will go in next. Now, for proper placement of the die, you want to make sure the 5/8 is a little bit trickier because it's so thin, but you see here how this side there's a flat spot right on top, and then there's an outside bevel. That's what you want facing up. So your coin will be resting on this face right here. Now, the improper way to do it is to have that side up. Now, this is concave, and it can actually damage your die if it's placed in this direction, because it'll force the plug into the inside of the die, causing a lot of force on the die. So be sure not to have it this way, but rather this way. Flat spot of the die facing up, and the outside bevel just like so. So once we place that into the housing and we have the spacer in there, what I like to do is place a piece of paper towel in there, just small enough to where it won't touch the inside of the thread of the housing, but large enough to help protect your coin. And this is a annealed Morgan dollar, so it's softened. Place that in there. Another quick little tip here, have UHMW tape on this face here. That helps protect the detail on top. But the whole idea is that this punch will actually press down on the coin, holding it in place. And we'll take the 5/8 punch, put a little dry lube on there, place that in there, give it a couple of whacks, and that's punched out. Now, if you notice that the top, this is no problem here, but if you notice that the top's a little tight once you start to take it out, what you can do is lightly tap on that, and that'll loosen it up. And there we go, perfectly punched hole, centered hole in the coin. Now we have that UHMW tape right here, and so I'm going to leave it just like that. And now to remove the coin from the punch and the punch from the coin, just tap it out like so. So now, so the coin's done, but now we have a plug, a silver plug that is in the die. And because this hole here couldn't take this any larger than what it is for structural purposes of the die, the plug will not come out of the hole. So you have to remove the silver plug from the die itself. So you pop out. So there's two ways of doing it. This is one way right here. You pop the die out, and you then grab your reduction die plate from your ring sizer, and using the smallest hole here, you can place it right on top, take your wood dowel, and then hammer the plug out. However, there's a second way of doing it, and this comes from Mike Mott from Mott's Leather Designs. He's on Etsy. Make sure and check out his site. I'll put his site down here that you can click on. But yeah, he contacted me and said, hey, there's an easier way of doing this. And he told me about it, and I tried it, and sure enough, it is fantastic. So let me show you how he likes to do it and how I'm doing it now. I just wanted to share that tip with you. So what Mike figured out was to take a spacer for a dime. I sell these on my site as well, he actually will take this and place it inside the housing and then secure it down using the top plate of the housing, and then flip it over and turn and drive the wood dowel through to knock out the plug, and it works great. I did notice that it works best if you take your die out, flip it upside down so that the concave shape is now facing up. That way the very edge of the die is now in contact with the edge of that dime spacer that's in there. So go ahead and put that back in, screw that down nice and snug, flip this over like so. This is a 1/2 inch wood dowel, and just slightly tap that with your dead blow hammer. And there you go. There's your plug. Super easy, and yeah, it works very, very well. And that will help protect your die as well. So a huge thank you to Mike. I really want to thank him for sharing that with everybody. That is extremely helpful. So be sure to check out his site. He's got some great rings and also some amazing leather work that he does. I used to do leather work, but that's some pretty tough stuff. So I try not to do that anymore, but he's really good at it. But make sure and check out his page and follow him or admire him on his page. And just a big thanks to him again. And be sure to thumbs up this video if you like it, and subscribe if you haven't. Check out my Etsy site. I've got manuals and tools for sale, and appreciate it. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.